I was just sick and tired of seeing stressed out entrepreneurs start to design your life now and live intentionally. If I only had 12 months left to live, what would I do? The moment that I decided to write this book was when I asked myself, if I only had 12 months left to live, what would I do? And it came down to sharing everything that I know about life, helping the world, helping as many people as possible. And so I was just sick and tired of seeing stressed out entrepreneurs, and I wanted to write this book because in this book, in chapter 1.4, we actually talk about facing mortality. It's because we actually don't know how long we have to live in this world, and we're all, I guess, a ticking time bomb. And so like others, I always encourage people to live a life with no regret, and I didn't want to regret not writing this book. When I decided to write this book, the moment I started writing, I was so excited because every chapter was everything that I wanted to, I guess, even tell my own best friend, to tell my own husband, and articulate in a way that I know it will resonate and it can transform people. And so after I finished it, I felt so excited to get the book out because I know that even if I could just change one life, I know that I've lived my life with no regret. This book is going to teach people how to intentionally live their life. There's a lot of books out there that tell you that, hey, it's not just about financial success and you should take care of your health, take care of your family, but no one actually tells you how and why, and really understand why we think what we think and why don't we do what we do. And so I try to make it super simple. Being an entrepreneur myself, I've tried to systemize everything, systemize the framework, making it feel like a shortcut to a successful and happy life without having to spend years and years trying to figure it out. When people think about success, I mean, I too thought it was an amount of money. It was the amount of the size of the business. But ultimately, without good health, without a happy marriage, without a happy family, what is the point of financial success? And so 360 Degree is really about the holistic look of your whole life and ensuring that we turn the dial up in all areas rather than just one dimension, because solving the financial problem does not result in a happy, fulfilled life. It's actually about dialing in all the other areas in order for us to feel truly fulfilled. When I wrote this book, it really gave me a chance to reflect on my journey, on who I've become along the way, and I felt really proud, and I felt like I couldn't wait to get this message out because I was someone that didn't have any of the successes in life. I kind of started from nothing, and now that I've figured out how to not just live a successful life, but a life of happiness and fulfillment, I can't wait to get it out to the world, because if I can do it, anyone can do it. The hardest thing about writing this book is actually always thinking that there's more to add. So that's why it's hard to finish, because you're like, oh, I want to add this, add that in, because there's just so much more I want to give. But I hope that what I've put in here is enough to get people to start thinking and changing some parts of their life. And you know, you never know if I could have a part 2 coming. When I was writing the book, I did some research, and there was a lot of statistics around the number of deaths that happen in this world, the amount of money that we need to make us happy, you know, the regrets that people have at the end of their life. There's all these research data that I got that I put in there, and it really woke me up to the things that I already know. And I hope that it drives home even more for people to realize that life is really short, and if we don't take charge of our days and our life now, then one day we might regret.